What's up, Dunkers and Dunkettes? It's Wayne Duncan, No Vision Duncan, and we're here with year one of the Madden 22 Carolina Panthers realistic rebuild. This is as real as it gets when it comes to realistic. I ain't gonna say it no more, but this is as real as it gets when it comes to realistic Carolina Panthers. I think we have about 11 teams left here to do in these realistic rebuilds, and then we'll be officially done with Madden 22. So we're almost there. We're almost right at the finish line. Hasn't been going so well, though, when it comes to Super Bowls, championships, rings, as we keep failing to win Super Bowls. But that's what makes it competitive here on my realistic rebuilds. You know, we play on all Madden. You know, we don't nerf anything. We don't cheat the game, cheat the system as much as we get cheated, screwed, and fucked over by the game of Madden. You know, we keep it competitive, and it makes it more enjoyable when we do end up winning. But now we have the Carolina Panthers. Let's go ahead and waste no more time and meet the squad before the preseason starts. Looking at the quarterback room, we have Cam Newton. Came back to Carolina. They're actually in talks with bringing him back. And I was a fan when they brought him back. I think Cam Newton deserves a roster spot somewhere in the NFL. But he's former MVP, took him to the Super Bowl. You know, so I think that was 2015. I think that happened. I think they went like 15-1, 15-2, something like that. But yeah, they brought him back, and I'm glad to see him back on the roster. I think there's a chance they could bring him back in real life. But Superman Cam Newton here as probably our quarterback 2. But our quarterback 1 will be Sam Darnold going into the regular season, coming over from the New York Jets. I was so happy when Sam Darnold got the hell out of New York. Felt like they it wasn't a good situation for him. And I'm glad he moved and had a change of scenery. And looking at these stats, you know, they're horrible. But in real life, the Panthers had started like 3-0. Now I remember, if I can remember correctly, Sam Darnold was leading the league in rushing touchdowns. Like, he was looking like a legit MVP candidate. And, you know, going into the next season in real life, I think he's still going to be their quarterback 1 option. I know there's trade scenarios where they can get a Jimmy G or a Baker Mayfield. They did draft Matt Corral, so he could develop into their future starting quarterback. And we can look for another quarterback here in this rebuild. But as of right now, Sam Darnold will be our quarterback going forward. He only has about 2 years left on his contract, so he only has about 2 years to prove to us that he can be our franchise quarterback here in this Carolina Panthers realistic rebuild. And then you got P.J. Walker, man, XFL star. But hopefully Sam Darnold, Cam Newton, or hell, even P.J. Walker or another quarterback we decide to bring in can be our next Jake Delhomme, former Panthers quarterback. Jake Delhomme was all right, though. But Christian McCaffrey, run CMC, one of the best players that you can use here in Madden 22, especially in franchise mode. This dude, man, he's a beast. Beast when he's not injured. But past couple of seasons, he has been injured. I think his rookie year, I don't think he was injured. I think it was 2018, maybe 2019. Got hurt in real life, too. So he's always banged up, always injured. And going into this, or in real life, you would think maybe they put him on the trading block, try to trade him, get something for him. But I'm not trading Christian McCaffrey here. He's going to be here the whole time unless something crazy happens and he only rushes for or can barely get 1,000 yards every season. But Christian McCaffrey is going to be our running back in this rebuild. And you got Chuba Hubbard, who I see sometimes go off in this franchise mode. Rookie out of Oklahoma State is a good running back 2 option. Got my boy Amir Abdullah, former Lion, former Viking, as like a special teams guy, third down back. Fullback, you got Giovanni Ricky. Then DJ Moore at wide receiver 1, one of the fastest receivers in the league. I think deserves that superstar dev. Robbie Anderson, one of the best deep threats in the league, basically stating he does not want, Baker? He put on that comment on Instagram. No, he does not want them to trade for Baker. He'd rather stay with Sam Darnold. So Maybe we try to keep Robbie Anderson happy and keep a Sam Darnold. You got Alex Erickson there. But Terrace Marshall is going to be our wide receiver 3. Probably going to play in the slot this first season. Try to get him off that boring Brown normal dev trait. Brandon Zylstra, former Viking. And then they also drafted Shee Smith, like the wide receiver room, a lot. Tight end, you got Ian Thomas, who's been here a couple of years, played under Greg Olsen. As he could be a tight end too. I know they did bring him back, I think on a 2 or 3 year deal. But Tommy Tremble is going to be our tight end 1, but that hidden dev, 21 years old, out of Notre Dame. I think he's going to be another weapon for this offense. And then looking at the offense line, now this is where it just gets bad. This is where it gets bad, man. No matter who our quarterback is, we have to fix and address this offensive line. We just got to, bro, because whoever's going to be back there at quarterback is going to get killed. Period. They're going to get killed playing behind this offensive line. You got Cam Irvin. Look at that contract, bro. Look at that contract. That's a horrible contract for him. Actually, we can get off of it next year. It's not that bad. Now, when I look at it, left guard, you got Dennis Daly, still young. He's only 25. You got Michael Jordan, not the basketball player. Left guard, 66 and 62. Matt Paradis, who is solid, but he's 31. Pat Eflon, former Viking, is a backup center. John Miller at right guard. Deontay Brown, who they drafted out of Alabama, 350-pound big boy, but not a starter. And then at right tackle, you got Taylor Morton, the best offensive lineman they got on this team. And then they did draft Brady Christensen in the 3rd round. So you got some upside there, but he's already dubbed for it. He's already 24. He's an old rookie who's going to play a lot of snaps. But looking at this offensive line, man, we got to fix this. And I know they addressed it in real life, drafting Ika Mekwonu, bringing in Austin Corbett in free agency. So they did make moves. I like the moves that they made in real life. But, yeah, offensive line is top priority. They also brought in Bradley Bozeman, I think, at center from the Ravens. So they did try to fix the O-line in real life going into this next offseason. But we got to do the same thing here in this rebuild and fix this offensive line because it's going to be very important, especially for whoever our quarterback is, whether that's Sam Darnold, Cam Newton, or quarterback that we draft. Then you got Brian Burns, the young edge rusher with that superstar dev. He's a beast, and he should be a beast here in this franchise mode or realistic rebuild. Right in, you got Morgan Fox, but we're going to go at Etor Gross-Matos at right in, so I love their young pass rushers. Then you got Derek Brown. See, the D-line is very young. You got Derek Brown. You got old man Daquan Jones. They did draft Davion Nixon in the draft. So, Derek Brown, Etor Gross-Matos, and Brian Burns on that D-line. I like it a lot. Hassan Reddick, who they brought over from Arizona, but he did end up leaving. It was a 1-year deal, basically. He did leave to go to Philly, so he's playing for the Eagles. So we might let him go too. If he does play well, we might decide to try to keep him, but might let him go. Middle linebacker. Now, we had to do a bit of switching around, the switcheroo, flexing players around. So Jeremy Chin, who is normally their free safety, we moved him, and he's a hybrid type, so we can do this. 6'3", 221. His overall only took a 2-point rating. Moved him to middle linebacker. Kind of weak there. You got Jermaine Carter and Kamal Martin. So, and plus, with all the names that we got in the secondary, you're going to see in a minute, had to move Jeremy Chan inside the middle linebacker, at least just for this season. Once this season is done, we can move him back out to free safety. But we're definitely going to try to find our next Luke Kuechly, or maybe even our next John Beeson. Look at that name I pulled out of the hat. John Beeson. Y'all remember him? But, definitely got to try to find our next Luke Kuechly. But Jeremy Chin is going to play middle linebacker, at least for this season. Right outside linebacker, you got Shaq Thompson. The cornerback, this is where we're kind of deep here in the secondary. They did lose Stephon Gilmore, went to the Eagles. they traded for, which I didn't understand really. I mean, probably not in their window because they're not ready to win a Super Bowl right now. So I see why he left, but they traded for Stephon Gilmore, then he left to go somewhere else. But you got Dante Jackson, who I like. Got J.C. Horn, who went down with that horrible injury at the beginning of the season, but they drafted him. You got Rashawn Melvin down here, even at 31 years old, still solid. Got Troy Pride Jr., who I think they waived last month, but look at that, second-year player, 72 overall. They drafted Keith Taylor Jr. You got Stanley Thomas Oliver III down there, so their secondary is deep. This is probably the best position on this team. So that's why we had to move. Oh, well, I ain't even show y'all the safety position. Let me go ahead and show you. There's another name here, and that's C.J. Henderson, who they traded for with the Jacksonville Jaguars for what? Dan Arnold, and it's a draft pick. So as you see, trying to get everybody on the field, we got Gilmore, Jackson, Horn, Pride, Melvin, C.J. Henderson. So we moved C.J. Henderson to free safety, and this is where Jeremy Chin was. And Jeremy Chin is that middle linebacker. And then you got some names here. You got Kenny Robinson Jr., Sean Chandler, Hartsfield. And then at strong safety, another cornerback that we had to move because we had Bouye, Henderson, Gilmore, Jackson, Horn, Melvin, Pride. How can I get them all on the field at the same time? But we had to move A.J. Bouye out to strong safety. And then you got Burris, Sam Franklin Jr. Then at kicker, you got Zane Gonzalez and punter Lackland Edwards. But that is the team going into the regular or preseason, year one. But let's go ahead and simulate the let's take a look at this rookie player meeting. This is Christian McCaffrey and Chuba Hubbard. Okay, long-term development, immediate impact. Doesn't need to make an immediate impact. We got CMC. So let's do hell. He can make fuck that. He can make an immediate impact because you never know. Christian McCaffrey might go down with injury. And Christian McCaffrey knows that. He's injury prone. But let's go ahead and simulate the preseason as we win the first game. And we'll take a look at Chuba Hubbard, see what's going on there. And Chuba Hubbard gets extra XP, 2,500, as he got injured last game. So glad he's back and healthy. And then we are 2-0 right now, and we do have a camp standout. Hopefully it's Chuba Hubbard. It's actually Derek Brown. Okay, Derek Brown. We want to work on... Damn, I ain't even look at his stats, but we're going to work on maybe rushing the passer. Yeah, let's do rushing the passer. Then you got the final preseason game. Oh, and I didn't even talk about Matt Rule, the coach Matt Rule, as they definitely need to have a good season in real life going into this next season because his job could be on the line. And another thing is, when Matt Corral don't know what he's gonna be, Sam Darnold don't know if you can, I don't want to say fix him. I don't think there's nothing wrong with Sam Darnold, but yeah, Matt Rule's job is on the line in real life, as it could be here in this rebuild. But we do go 2-1 in the preseason, even though it says 2-0 down there. We do have an injury. Let's check it out. And it is Morgan Fox. I mean, that just makes it also more that Etor Gross-Matos is going to be our starter at right end. But let's go ahead and upgrade the team, make the cuts, adjust the lineup. As I can't remember, are they in the 3-4 or 4-3? I feel like 3-4 because the Hassan Reddick at left outside linebacker because he's more so like an edge rusher. But they are 4-3. It just must be their left outside linebacker needs to be a power rusher or a speed rusher. See if it's a scheme fit. No, it is power rusher for the scheme fit, and Hassan Reddick's more of a speed rusher, edge rusher. So they are 4-3. Okay, nice to know. Actually, let me go ahead and double check, make sure the playbook is set properly. So yeah, the zone run. Yeah, they are a 4-3 under. Okay, as it could change to a 3-4 or a 5-2. Okay, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. They got the 5-2 formation. Okay, that makes sense. But let's go ahead and make some cuts. We're going to keep all three quarterbacks. I like PJ Walker. We're going to keep all three running backs. Receivers, we're going to keep all the receivers. Tight end, Thomas Fletcher, J.J. Hansen alongside. But I think we're going to keep all four tight ends. Yes, I know they're 236 overall tight ends, but we're going to keep them. They're more so long snappers. We are going to keep the offensive lineman, but this guy, Sam Tecklenburg, will go on the practice squad. Defensive end, Azir Kamara can go on the practice squad. Daryl Johnson. Defensive tackle, I kind of want to keep all of them, but we'll move Phil Hoskins. Yeah, we'll move Phil Hoskins to the practice squad. Madden moving kind of slow here. Hopefully they don't try to kick me out. They always seem to do that shit. Kamal Martin will keep. We got a lot of cornerbacks. Stanley Thomas Oliver. We got a lot of safeties too. A lot of safeties. Let's check out, see the number of people I still got to cut. As I'm 7. Still got 7 people. This is gonna be tough. I don't want to cut anybody. Keeping the receivers. I guess Thomas Fletcher, we can put on practice squad. We don't got to worry about somebody stealing a 36 overall long snapper. So we'll move him. That cuts us down to 6. We'll go ahead and put Daryl Johnson on the list. That should cut us down to 5. We can put Kamal Martin, I guess. That'll move us to 4. We'll put Stanley Thomas Oliver. That'll move us to 3. We'll put Hartsfield. That'll put us at 2. And then we'll do Franklin. That'll put us at 1. And who is that lucky person? I want to put maybe Sheik Smith. I feel like somebody's going to have to get cut, whether it's Julian Stanford or, yeah, somebody's probably going to have to get cut, or Keith Taylor. Keith Taylor's probably going to have to go on the practice squad also, and hopefully he does not get stolen by somebody. We're going to just keep everybody on the team. Yeah, we got 3 free safeties, so that should do it. Let's go ahead and upgrade the team. We already upgraded the team, adjust the lineup, and then we'll go ahead and look at how it's set up and get on to the regular season in year 1. As I don't know what to expect. We are in the NFC South. Look at that. They're trying to start Cam Newton. I mean, if Sam Darnold is not playing well, we will make the move and put Cam Newton in, but Cam Newton is not the long-term solution at quarterback. So we're going to go Sam Darnold. This team usually does. This is one of those Madden teams where they're good. They get about 12 wins sometimes. Sometimes they even end up going to the Super Bowl. Christian McCaffrey sometimes wins MVP. So we should. I mean, now we're controlling them, so you know it's going to be different. But Ian Thomas could be a backup tight end, or backup fullback, I should say, and the backup tight end. Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore. We're going to go Terrace Marshall as our wide receiver 3. Zylstra, Sheik Smith. That's fine. Actually, might push. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Tight end, we're going to go Tommy Tremble. Left tackle, we're going to go Cam Irvin, Dennis Daly. We could even put Pat Athline in a little bit. Pat Athline is our backup center. Right guard, we're going to go Brady Christensen. And then right tackle, we're going to go Taylor Morton. Left end, we're going to go Brian Burns. Right end, we're going to go Etor Gross-Matos. Defensive tackle, Derek Brown. Davion Nixon's going to get in a little bit. but Daquan Jones will be defensive tackle 2. You got Hassan Reddick, Jeremy Chin, Shaq Thompson, and then cornerback, we should have Stephon Gilmore, Jackson and Horn, Melvin and Pryor Jr. Free safety, C.J. Anderson. Gonna put Kenny Robinson in over Sean Chandler, A.J. Bouye, Justin Burrows. And then special teams, you got Amir Abdullah, Erickson, Shee Smith, Chuba Hubbard. We'll put Shee Smith in right there. And then punt return, it is Christian McCaffrey, but I don't want him getting banged up that much. So we could do Robbie Anderson. Let's take Chuba Hubbard from back there. Let's do Robbie Anderson over Christian McCaffrey. And then we'll even do Erickson right there. And then kickoff starter should be Zane Gonzalez. Long snapper should be Matt Paradis. We could actually put F-line in there a little bit too. Third down back, Christian McCaffrey. Power back, Christian McCaffrey. Slot receiver will be Terrace Marshall. And then rush left end should be Brian Burns. Right end should be Hassan Reddick, because sometimes we're in the 5-2 and sometimes they're in the 3-4. And then, Igor Torres-Matos as a rush defensive tackle 2. And then Derek Brown, Daquan Jones. Could put Bravion Roy in or Davion Nixon, but we'll leave it like that. Sub linebacker will be Shaq Thompson, Jeremy Chin, and Jermaine Carter. We could even put C.J. Anderson, Sean Chandler. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. And then slot cornerback will be J.C. Horn, Rashawn Melvin, and Troy Pyatt. So that is how the team is set up. Let's get on with week 1 as we kick off the season against the New York Jets. Our season goal, as we have that camp stand out for Derek Brown, I think it was. Our young defensive tackle. I don't know why I clicked this shit, because this is where they're going to say, I was poised to do this, and you didn't do it. So you weren't poised for nothing. But look at that defense. 84 overall, 79 overall, 84 defense, 76 offense. Looking at our season goal, I would say, 6 wins, 7 wins. And we are in the NFC South. Now, the Bucs are going to dominate. Saints playbook is OP, but they got Jameis. And then the Falcons are the Falcons. So I think once Brady leaves the Bucs, if he leaves the Bucs in this rebuild, we have a good chance of dominating the NFC South, especially like after year 2. I would say years 3, 4, and 5, we should be on top of the division. But let's go ahead and look at the prospects, see if there's any quarterbacks, see if there's any offensive linemen. There is a quarterback right at the top of the board, Eric Childress, out of Notre Dame. Didn't they take Jimmy Clausen 1 year? And was that Notre Dame? I can't remember. I think they did take Jimmy Clausen out of Notre Dame. So if I'm right, if I can remember right, that could be our Jimmy Clausen. Oh, he's better than Jimmy Clausen. But there's quarterback there. There's receivers, another quarterback there. Two Notre Dame quarterbacks. Wow. They must run a 2-quarterback system. I don't see any offensive linemen. Actually, I lied. They go 2 of them right there, cracking the top 10. And there's another one right there, cracking the top 15. So, quarterbacks, offensive line, 2 positions we could definitely draft in the draft. But let's go ahead and see how we do. Week 1 against the New York Jets. We're at home. Should be able to win this game. And we do, and it is the Sam Darnold revenge game, playing his old team in the Jets, 35-7. As we shut their running game down, we shut their passing game down, so defense was on point. Third down, we were very good. We were 21-0, up 21-0 at the half, as we pick off Zach Wilson and we sack him 6 times. Sam Darnold only threw 1 pick, 23 of 33. Christian McCaffrey, 100 yards. Chuba Hubbard, touchdown. Touchdown for our fullback. Receiver Robbie Anderson, 64 yards, leading the way. DJ Moore, 2 touchdowns. O-line, we just abused Mekhi Becton. Gave up 4 sacks, all to Hassan Reddick. I might have to keep him. Brian Burns, Igor Matos both had sacks. A pick for A.J. Bouye. 5 extra pointers for Zane Gonzalez. And that was a nice win, especially beating the Jets. It's got to feel good for Sam Darnold. And wait, what? I told you I'm here to be great, coach. I'm not going to waste any opportunities, so keep them coming. I promise you. Oh, we actually did it for once, and that's all you get is 10,000 XP. But we do have a weekly award. It's probably Hassan Reddick with those 4 sacks and 8 tackles, bro. Beast. And then we do have that camp standout. And Derek Brown. I thought we already did the camp standout. I don't know. But we have a division game against the New Orleans Saints. J.C. Horn need to stay healthy. Coming back from injuries, make sure that he is our slot cornerback. And he is. Don't want him getting any injured. Want him to get some type of experience, especially in this first season. And let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Saints. As we're both 1-0, the Bucks and Falcons both losing their week 1 games. If we win this game, we'll be at top of the division. Look at that, 42-7. 42-7. We blew them out. 28-0. We were up 21-0 on the Jets in the first half last game. Now we were up 28-0. Going into the fourth quarter, 255 rushing yards, man. The Panthers are the shit here in this rebuild. Sam Darnold, only 175 yards, but 2 touchdowns, no picks, no sacks, no mistakes. 13 of 19. We picked off Jameis, Christian, McCaffrey, Run CMC. 2 yards shy of a 200-yard game, 3 touchdowns. Man, Terrace Marshall, 2 touchdowns. Big game for him. Rookie wide receiver. Brian Burns, Ettore Gross-Matos getting some sacks, and Stephon Gilmore with the interception, 6 for 6 for extra pointers for Zane Gonzalez, and we are rolling. The defense is playing great. The offense is scoring points. Christian McCaffrey is running that ball. Mock draft 1 is out. See if they have us projected. Look at that. The 2 quarterbacks from Notre Dame now. They have the Lions taking Andy Rudolph at pick 8 and the Lions taking Eric Childress number 1 overall. So they got to get it right. They got to get it right. And they have us at 21, taking the offensive lineman. I love it. I love the pick. 6'8", 320. I love it. Don't like the 21 projection. I want to be down here at 32 where the Dolphins are. But the player in the position, I fucks with it. TV game against the Texans. Can't stand out. Let's check out, see what it is. And Derek Brown. Okay, that wasn't the poised one, but guess he didn't hit it, whatever. But we get John Miller back from injury. Let's make sure he's not our starter. It should be Brady Christensen. Look at that. That's why you always want to check your depth chart. Always check your depth chart. But TV game against the Texans, they are undefeated. We're actually leading the NFC South, but the Bucks right behind us, Saints right behind us. We do have a weekly award. Don't know. It might be Christian McCaffrey, almost 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. Also had 2 catches. So great game for him. TV game against the Texans, who are 2-0 with Deshaun Watson. And we beat them 28-21 on the road to go 3-0. Now, this replicates what happened in real life. I don't know if it's, the scores are a little bit different, stats. But they did start 3-0. They did start 3-0. And then they fell off from there. So hopefully we don't fall off from here. We shut the running game down. They shut our passing game down. So Sam Darnold, not the reason he's not throwing it a lot, but we're running a lot with Christian McCaffrey. So he's not making any mistakes. So, but Deshaun Watson did 3 picks, 4 sacks, 100 yards for Christian McCaffrey, touchdown for Chuba Hubbard. Oh my God, Chris Conley and Danny Amendola had themselves a day. 2 touchdowns for Robbie Anderson, though. And Hassan Reddick almost has 10 sacks already. Brian Burns is playing great. Rashawn Melvin, our 4th cornerback, 2 picks. Jeremy Chin with an interception. Inside the 20 for Lackland Edwards at punter. We're 3-0. 3-0. So very realistic. 3-0 Panthers. They were 3-0 at some point. Looking to be a surprise. playoff team. Cam Irvin comes back from injury, but now we got the I want to call them Juggernaut Cowgirls. Juggernaut Cowgirls are going to probably end our little undefeated streak that we got going. And let's see if we can pull off the upset, though. See if we can pull it off. Got Christian McCaffrey, outrun Zeke, and we don't do it. 31-14. It was expected we were going to lose that game as they shut our running game down, and they ran all over us with Zeke and Tony Pollard probably. We can't pass the ball for a lot of yards. Sam Darnold's not making no mistakes. He's just not throwing it a lot. And McCaffrey only had 10 carries. So touchdown for Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown for Robbie Anderson. Sack for Brian Burns. Him and Hassan Reddick, man, they balling. Lackland Edwards inside the 20 twice. It's going to be hard to let Hassan Reddick go. I kind of want to bring him back. But we do have a breakout player scenario, and it is for, oh, my God, I just talked him up. Hassan Reddick, I hope he don't hit it. I don't have to make the exact same moves like real life, but I might have to pay him. Shaq Thompson's out with injury, too. Yeah, I have to pay him. Who's the backup for Shaq Thompson? Who is the backup at right outside linebacker? It's going to be Frankie Louvu. That's who it's going to be. It's going to be Frankie Louvu. And you got Jeremy Chan. You got Chandler. Charter. What the hell did I say? Frankie Louvu. Maybe a little bit of Kenny Robinson. There we go. But now we got the Eagles, which is the team that Hassan Reddick went to. And let's see if we can beat them and make him want to stay. See if he can get his superstar dev, too. I don't want him to, as we beat him 24-10. We ran the ball. We passed the ball finally. We did have a turnover, but we shut them down on third down. They only had 2 third-down conversions. Sam Darnold is not throwing interceptions. He is not throwing interceptions. Amir Abdullah with a touchdown. Touchdown for Terrace Marshall Jr., also leading the team in receiving with 77. And Hassan Reddick, I'm afraid, we missed the field goal. But I think we have a new superstar dev left outside linebacker. Fuck. What do I do? Hassan Reddick is balling in year 1. 4-1. Now, I know they let Gilmore go. Jackson they brought back. Look at this shit. He wants too much money. Yeah, he's going to be 27. Yeah, the reason why I might not bring him back, we do play with dev trait regression on. He could lose it. That's another thing, and that's a lot of money for Hassan Reddick. So I feel like we could probably get cheaper there. So even though he did hit that, not gonna focus on the dev trait. But we do have the 3-2 Vikings. Let's see if we can beat them. Kind of a revenge game for Amir Abdullah, and we beat them 24-20 to go 5-1. Wouldn't that be crazy if we made the playoffs and win it all here in year 1? It was stuck because it really wouldn't count because we really didn't do anything. Just set up the depth chart. Christian McCaffrey really didn't run the ball that much, but Chuba Hubbard with a touchdown. Robbie Anderson over 100 yards with a touchdown. Cam Irvin gave up a couple of sacks, but we had a sack with Jacob Tuioti Mariner, Jermaine Carter, with a sack and an interception, getting some playing time. But pick for Jeremy Chin. We do miss another field goal, but they missed a field goal as well. But we are 5-1. 5-1 is still a lot of time to fall off and melt down. Morgan Fox is back from injury. Let's make sure Ettore Gross-Matos is still the starter. Of course, Madden would try to bench him and screw my dog. But let's make sure it's set the way we want it. Boom. It's perfect. And we do have a new injury. Don't know who it is. It is C.J. Henderson. He broke his damn thumb. That's fine. We got Kenny Robinson. We got Sean Chandler. We got Rashawn Melvin. We got Troy Pride Jr. so they can all get in. We could actually put Rashawn Melvin back there. He has a pick on the season already. Let's put Rashawn Melvin in. Kenny Robinson can also play. Try to get our best DBs on the field, man. Best DBs on the field. We got the Giants. They're 2-4. Should be able to beat them. It is in New York on the road, though. So I don't know if that's going to play any factor. But we beat them 23-17. Looks like a score that could have went into overtime. And we are 6-1. And it did go to overtime. We ran the ball. They ran the ball. We shut the passing game down. We didn't turn the ball over. 2 touchdowns. Sam Darnold's balling there. He might be an MVP candidate. 6 sacks. 6 sacks on Daniel Jones. Christian McCaffrey was our leading receiver. 2 touchdowns for Terrace Marshall. He's done that a couple of times this season. 2 sacks given up from Brady Christensen. Derek Brown, 2 sacks. A sack and a half for Brian Burns. Sack for Hassan Reddick. Sack for Daquan Jones and Jermaine Carter. AJ Bouye with the interception. Zane Gonzalez. That's his 3rd straight game with the missed field goal. They brought him back in real life, but who's to say if I bring him back if he keeps on missing those field goals? Mock draft 2 is out. Are we projected at number 32? I'm just going to go all the way down to the bottom, and we're not. We're at 27, but taking another offensive lineman. I like it. 6'7", not the 6'8" dude, but 6'7". I like either one of those guys. Hell, we might even get both of them. We might double dip when it comes to offensive line. But week 8, as we get Shaq Thompson, DJ Moore, Marquise Haynes, and J.C. Horn all back from injury. Let's make sure Shaq Thompson is in as our sub linebacker. Hell, we could put him as our sub linebacker too, really. But we're going to go sub linebacker 1. Actually, I might go Jeremy Chin. Shaq Thompson's back from injury. Receiver, DJ Moore should be back as our wide receiver 1. And that should be straight with our wide receivers as we get all those guys back from injury. Oh, J.C. Horn, got to check him, make sure that he's in our slot and not Troy Pride or Rashawn Melvin. There we go. But we are 6-1. We got the 2-4 Falcons. Saints are 1-5. So yeah, the Bucks are really the only team we got to worry about. They're 5-2. Let's see if we can beat the Falcons on the road, hand them their 5th loss of the season, get the 7 wins, and we do. Looks like we might be a playoff team here in year 1. I mean, this could have happened if they had J.C. Horn for the whole season. You know, Stephon Gilmore at the beginning of the season instead of trading for him in the middle of the season. So, hey, different situation. We shut the running game down, ran all over them. We really didn't pass the ball that much. We never really do. But if we don't have to pass it that much and we can rely on Christian McCaffrey and Sam Darnold can throw these touchdowns, no picks, and this sorry-ass offensive line actually blocking good, I bet you once we get better offensive linemen, they're going to start giving up sacks. We pick off Matt Ryan 3 times. Mike Davis, the former Panther, 2 touchdowns against us. Touchdown for McCaffrey. Touchdown for Sam Darnold. There goes that rushing touchdown. Needs to run it a little bit more. Robbie Anderson had a TD. Tommy Tremble had a TD. Chuba Hubbard had a TD. And a sack for Hassan Reddick. Jeremy Chin, 2 picks. That's what I like about him, bro. We might keep him at middle linebacker. He's getting interceptions still at middle linebacker, plus getting tackles. I feel like he wouldn't get as many picks at free safety. So he's balling. We might keep his ass at middle linebacker. He can be our Luke Kuechly, who used to get a lot of interceptions. AJ Bouye with the interception. I think they released AJ Bouye, too, in the offseason. They lost him and Stephon Gilmore. That sucks. But, I mean, you got Dante Jackson, C.J. Henderson, J.C. Horn. So, weekly award should go to Christian McCaffrey. It does go to Jeremy Chin, though. 5 tackles, 2 interceptions. And we are at the mid-season mark, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade the team. You got the Patriots. Let's look at J.C. Horn real quick. Slot. Yeah, he is going to be our slot. So we're actually gonna do the slot, try to make him a scheme. Look at that, he goes up 2 points. 2 points as he is a star. Chuba Hubbard, he's already elusive. Ettore Gross-Matos, make him a run stopper. I like these young players on this team, man. Terrace Marshall, Sam Darnold, still young. He's already a scheme fit. We'll do field general. Try to get him up to star dev. That would be big. Terrace Marshall. He's physical. He goes up to a scheme fit now. Brady Christensen. And I don't know if we could, I don't know if we're going to be able to develop him. But, hell, with them bringing in a couple of offensive linemen in free agency and Bradley Bozeman and Austin Corbett, and he drafted Ika Makwanu. Yeah. Taylor Morton, Paradis, yeah. Maybe Brady Christensen isn't a starter for them. Got Jeremy Chin. They got a lot of young guys. Didn't we just upgrade Chuba Hubbard? I might not have upgraded him. Might have skipped over him. It was going to auto do it. Got Derek Brown, got 2 points down here. He is a run stopper, so I think in the preseason we did do like pass rusher. So that was good. Let's look at his stats real quick to see what he needs to work on. Just finesse moves and play rec. Yeah, we're just going to feed into the to here. Yeah, we'll do run stopper. Derek Brown should be a beast for us. And we'll just auto upgrade. They just got a lot of young players, a lot of young talent, especially on the defensive side. But looking at the players' contracts, probably gonna let Stephon Gilmore walk. Dante Jackson, yes sir, gonna give him that 4-year deal, lock him in. Hassan Reddick, we're gonna wait because that's too much money. That is too much money. How much cap room do we actually have? Decent amount, but that's too much money for Hassan Reddick. Damn it. Paradis, we'll wait. Gonzalez will wait. Daquan Jones, all these other guys. Cam Newton. Yeah, all these other guys can wait. Frankie Louvu might come back. Ian Thomas. I mean, they brought them back in real life. We can wait till the actual free agency period. And all these other guys. Yeah, so really we got the money to bring back Hassan Reddick, but we'll wait. See if he goes down depth rate, goes back down to star or even normal, and then his contract will be cheaper. Let's see if we can beat the Patriots, get our 8th win of the season. And we lose by a field goal. I was hoping we get that 8th win, so it'd be looking good for us to make the playoffs. Now we have a good chance to have a meltdown. We shut the running game down. We could not pass the ball. We turned the ball over. There goes Sam Darnold, the real Sam Darnold. Christian McCaffrey was great. A tutty for our fullback. Terrace Marshall leading the way, receiving. Cam Irvin giving up a couple. Derek Brown, Daquan Jones, J.C. Jackson. Oh, goddamn Zane Gonzalez, man. Goddamn Zane. It's insane that you're missing all these damn field goals, bro. C.J. Anderson back from injury. So he should be free safety. Just got to make sure that, they're not screwing me with the depth chart. 4-5 Cardinals. Hassan Reddick, revenge game. Hopefully he goes off for like 4 sacks. 24-0. 24-0. We shut the running game down. 4 turnovers. Okay. 3 fourth down conversions for us. Kyler Murray just played terrible. Our offensive line kind of did too. We gave up 4 sacks. But I'd rather give up 4 sacks than throw 4 picks. 1 shy of 100 yards for Christian McCaffrey. 2 touchdowns for Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown for Robbie Anderson. Brady Christensen gave up a couple. I thought that was Hassan Reddick, but it's J.J. Watt, Chandler Jones. We had no sacks, but we had 3 picks from Jeremy Chan. I might keep his ass at middle linebacker. A.J. Bouye with an interception. Man. What's going on? 8 wins in year 1? Maybe they are for real here in this franchise mode. Maybe it's not the computer just being the computer. Maybe there's something here with the Panthers, but 1 new injury, and it is Brandon Zylstra. It's terrible. We got Sheet Smith, though. We got Alex Erickson. And let's see if we can beat the Commanders, our 7-2 in year 1. See if we can beat them. We have a late bye week at week 13. And we beat them in a high-scoring game between the 2 best teams in the NFC and the Commanders, well, the football team here in Madden 22, and the Panthers. Shootout, man. What a game. What a game. What a game. We outscored them in the 4th quarter. It was very close the whole game until that 4th quarter. Tyler Heineke, also a former Carolina Panther. They got Kyle Allen, former Carolina Panther. Sam Darnold, 3 touchdowns. Taylor Heineke, 3 touchdowns. Touchdown for all the running backs in the game. 2 for them, 2 for us. Terrace Marshall, first 100-yard game of his career. McCaffrey was great. DJ Moore. Not a lot of yards for DJ Moore. But he's getting some touchdowns. Jeremy Chin, half a sack. Man, I might keep his ass in middle linebacker. He's getting tackles, sacks, and interceptions. Doing way better than he would do at free safety. I think I'm going to keep him there. And just draft free safety or leave C.J. Henderson at free safety. Just find a strong safety. But, yeah, the positions we need to address are one of the safety positions, middle or left outside linebacker if we let Hassan Reddick go, or keep Jeremy Chin at middle linebacker. Offensive line, definitely. And I think that's it. And quarterback, if Sam Darnold fucks up. We get our fullback back from injury. We do have a weekly award winner, and that goes to Sam Darnold. Okay, Sammy D. 9 wins. Looking like we might be a playoff team. Hell, we actually might be the top team in the NFC or the league. We're right up there with the Panthers. Bucks right behind us, though, at 7 wins. Let's see if we can beat the 3-8 Dolphins on the road. Should be able to. This team is crazy, bro. We're going to get probably like the 12 wins I was talking about. Sam Darnold. We have a bye week. Could fall off after the bye week. 2 third-down conversions, and we still won. We were up 31-7 at the half. Game was over. 3 picks, 9 sacks, 100 yards. For Christian McCaffrey, a touchdown for Chuba Hubbard. Devontae Parker destroyed us, but Robbie Anderson, 140, 2 touchdowns. Rick Wagner just got bullied. 5 sacks. Burnham, Brian Burns, Derek Brown, Hassan Reddick, Davion Nixon, his first sack. Hector Gross-Matos, AJ Bouye, Jeremy Chin, probably leading the league in interceptions. Dante Jackson, Zane Gonzalez keeps missing, but those misses are adding up to wins, so I don't care right now at that kicker position. Special teams do not matter to me right now. All that matters is that we are at 10 wins going into the bye week. Brian Burns just had 5 sacks. 5-sack performance. Year one, I'm sorry. It started off with week 1, but year 1 is going the best as it can go, as we might outbeat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the NFC South Division title as we get Daquan Jones back from injury. Let's go ahead and upgrade the team really quick. Let's do C.J. Henderson. I'll make him a scheme fit. Making the transition to free safety is kind of saving his career. Terrace Marshall, we already made. Let's make Christian McCaffrey at 99. Officially. Boom. And everybody else auto upgrade contracts. We're just going to let it be for right now. As we get Daquan Jones back, let's make sure that he is our defensive tackle 2. Let's make sure that he is our rush defensive tackle 3. Should be Gross-Matos over him. Don't screw me, Madden. And let's see how we play after the bye week. I mean, we got the Falcons. We've had an easy schedule. I ain't gonna cap. We had an easy schedule, but we got the Bills. We got the Bucks. Saints aren't that good. Brian Burns. I think he's already a superstar trying to go up to X Factor. Is he a superstar? I think he is superstar dev. Can't really remember. Yeah, he is a superstar dev already. He is, so that's good. Try to go up to X Factor. Upgrade the team one more time before this 3-9. We got to upgrade against the 3-9 Falcons. Shaq Thompson, who's been fighting injury this season. But let's go ahead and see if we can beat the 3-9 Falcons. 49-10. We almost dropped 50 on them boys. And this team is a playoff team. This team will have a first round bye week. We dropped 28 in the fourth quarter. We picked up, I think that's the second time this season we picked off Matt Ryan 3 times. I think he threw 3 picks the first game, 4 touchdowns for Run CMC. Terrace Marshall had a rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown. Terrace Marshall's having himself. He might be in the conversation or contention for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Hassan Reddick, Brian Burns, some superstar dev edge rushers. Jeremy Chan is leading the league in interceptions. I'm telling you right now, Boye and Gilmore, who both won't be here next season, both with picks, and then inside the 20 twice for our punter, Edwards. We are at 11 wins. Bucks are fighting. And Brian Burns gets the X Factor. We get the X Factor for Brian Burns and the superstar dev for Hassan Reddick in the same season. I've never had that happen before, where I get a superstar and an X Factor in the same season. Come on, Martin just got signed by the Patriots. Fuck y'all. Zylstra's back from injury. 11 wins. But I feel like if we lose this game to the Bills and the Bucks win, we play them next week, the Bucks beat us, and they beat us week 18, they're probably going to win the division. I don't care. We're in the playoffs. We're in the playoffs. We're the number 1 seed, I think, in the NFC. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, man. Beat the Bills. Make it easier on ourselves before we lose to the Bucks. And here we go. I called it. I called it. Bucks won their game. Now, if they beat us here, they're going to take lead in the division, and then final week of the season, they're going to take the division from us. So, it's going to happen. I already have the script. I have the script. I read it. And that's what happens. We couldn't pass the ball. We didn't turn the ball over, but we weren't that good on third down. Sam Darnold still held himself an efficient game, just not a lot of yards passing. Receiving, touchdown for Robbie Anderson, touchdown for Tommy Tremble. A sack and a half for Hassan Reddick, a sack for Jermaine Carter, a pick for Troy Pride. I think all of our cornerbacks have an interception. Troy Pride, Rashawn Melvin, J.C. Horn, C.J. Henderson, Dante Jackson. Every single one of them have an interception. And here goes the big game. We beat them. We put ourselves in great position to win the division. Still want to work on that slot for J.C. Horn. Tommy Tremble's already a scheme fit. Brady Christensen, Brian Burns. Let's do Brian Burns. New X Factor. Let's go. And that's another reason why we can let Hassan Reddick go, because we have Brian Burns as our edge rusher. And I want to get somebody that's more scheme fit. But here's the big game. 10-4 Bucks, 11-3 Carolina Panthers. Can we beat them? Can we beat Brady and the Bucks? We're having a great season. What is going on? We beat them. And if we beat the Saints next week, we clinch the division title. We shut their running game down. They passed all over us. What is going on? Outscore them in the fourth quarter. We shut their running game down. Sam Darnold with that rushing touchdown for Robbie Anderson. We shut Gronk down. Chuba Hubbard had a receiving touchdown. I saw it. Taylor Morton gave up a couple of sacks, but Gortos Matos with a sack and Bouye with a pick. He's having a great season. Why is everybody having a great season? And I might have to let their asses go. Why? Why, man? Yeah. 12 wins in year one. Gortos Matos trying to make him a scheme fit as a run stopper right in. Better worry about John Miller. Could have made him a scheme fit, but he's not our starter. But we win this game. We beat the Saints. We clinch the division. And we have clinched the NFC South title, whether we lose to the Bucks or not. We are champions. We are at 13 wins. Let's go, man. Shut the running game down. Our rush defense has been outstanding all season. Touchdown. Sam Darnold has been mistake-free all season. Christian McCaffrey is Christian McCaffrey. Damn it. Anderson, Terrace Marshall, they're kind of outplaying DJ Moore. Not even going to lie. Offensive line is surprising everybody. Brian Burns in the secondary is balling, man. CJ Henderson had an interception. Zane Gonzalez did not miss. And we are NFC South champions here in year one, whether we beat the Bucks this last game of the season or not. Jeremy Chin, let's go ahead and might do field general a little bit, but we're going to keep going pass coverage. He keeps getting all these damn interceptions. He might be out the superstar dev before you know it. Sam Darnold, I think, has a chance to go up start. Actually, not having that great of a season, especially passing yards, but hell, he's not making mistakes. He keeps playing like that. Yeah, he's going to remain our quarterback. We won't have to worry about drafting the quarterback. So, one more year probably of Sam Darnold, let him play out his contract. He plays well again next season, he'll get a new contract extension. But let's finish the season off strong. We should be the number 1 seed. We should get that bye week, as we might be the best record in the league. It's between the Jaguars, Bengals, Panthers, and Chiefs. And one thing about that is Cowboys are the only NFC team right here, and the Bucs had 11 wins. So we're the number 1 seed in the NFC regardless. Now, if the Chiefs lose and we win, we're the number 1 team in the NFL. So let's try to get that. Let's try to get 14 wins. Sweep the Bucs. We don't sweep the Bucs. We split with them, but we get that first round by 13-4 here in year 1. Looking at our, we'll look at the last game and see what happened. Close game though. Took the Bucs to the limit. We only lost to the Cowboys, the Patriots, the Bills, and the Bucs. All legit teams. All teams that, Cowboys, Patriots, all teams that are good teams. So we barely lost to the Bucs the last game of the season. It really didn't matter. We already clinched the bye week. They passed it better than us. We turned the ball over a little bit. Good to get it out now. Sam Darnold only threw 1 interception. We did sack Brady 6 times, so we left him with something to remember. The Bucs made the playoffs too, I think, so we're going to see them soon. 2 touchdowns for Christian McCaffrey. Couldn't stop Godwin or Evans, but touchdown for DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson. 2 sacks for Hassan Riddick, Shaq Thompson, Derek Brown, Ryan Burns, J.C. Horn had a half a sack, Yetur Gross-Matos, and Zane Gonzalez did miss a field goal, and we actually blocked the field goal. Special teams matter. I know I said they didn't when Zane Gonzalez was missing field goals, but they matter, damn it. Looking at our stats, upgraded players real quick. Terrace Marshall, we're going to do physical. Try to get him scheme fit. I like this team, man. I like this roster. I like this roster a lot. I like it a lot. Run stopper for him. I like their young talent. The Brian Burns, the Jeremy Chins, the Derek Brown, the Gross Matos, the J.C. Horn, the Dante Jacksons, the DJ Moores. Like this team got a lot of talent, bro. They might be one of those teams, those under the radar teams next season in real life. Especially with their draft. I think they killed it in their draft. Addressing offensive line, quarterback, they got a linebacker. Like they might do something. They might do something. But looking at our stats, we were 7 in points per game. Passing yards, 29th. Still could use a quarterback. Rushing yards, we were 4. We were the number 1 defense when it came to points per game. 16 in passing yards, but rush was number 3. As you saw, we were 13-4. I want to look at something I should have been showing y'all in these rebuilds. Like the road wins. We were 6-3 on the road, 7-1 at home. So that's great that we have home field advantage in the playoffs, because we were 7-1 at home, and we were 5-1 in the division, 10-2 against NFC teams, 3-2 against AFC teams. So let's take a look at the playoff bracket, see who we might end up playing. Commanders made the Pro Bowl. Taylor Heineke had that game against us. Vikings made it. Bucs did make it. Hopefully the Vikings take care of them. Hopefully the Commanders beat the Cowgirls, as it'll make an easy road for us to get to the Super Bowl if those teams end up losing. But looking at the top performers, you had Patrick Mahomes, Brady, Justin Herbert, Nick Chubb, Chris McCaffrey at number 2 with 18, 26, and 17 touchdowns. And you had Zeke behind him, Jarvis Landry, Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams, Khalil Mack, Aaron Donald, Myles Garrett. Khalil Mack had 26 sacks. Jeremy Chin led the league in interceptions with 9. I'm keeping him at middle linebacker. A.J. Bouye with 7. I'm bringing him back. Performance, I can't let that go. Can't. Demario Davis, Evan Collins, Bobby Okereke. Oh, and under Jeremy Chin, you got Kyle Duggar, I said it already. AJ Bouye. I think I skipped Kyle Duggar because I saw AJ Bouye's name. 16th in offensive yards. Sam Darnold, not a bad season, man. 7th in defensive yards. We saw Christian McCaffrey's numbers. 347 carries. We rushed him a lot. Points scored, number one, I think, 1,000 yards for Robbie Anderson. And we were first in points allowed. So not a bad season. Could get more yards, but we ran it a lot with Christian McCaffrey. I liked the touchdown-interception ratio, but y'all know I like, 30 touchdowns. He was almost right there. Completion percentage, 63. He averaged 220 yards per game, .3 to be exact. His rating was 96.4. And this sorry-ass offensive line only gave up 28 sacks. So they outperformed. We saw the season from Christian McCaffrey, and Chuba Hubbard had 9 touchdowns, only 1 fumble, 2 fumbles from McCaffrey. Longest rush for 65 yards, 2 touchdowns for Sam Darnold, touchdown for Ian Thomas, touchdown for Abdullah, 2 touchdowns for our fullback, and a touchdown for Terrace Marshall. Receiving 1,000 yards for Robbie Anderson, also double-digit touchdowns with 11. So I guess he really likes Sam Darnold. That's why he said no to Baker Mayfield. 82 catches, leading the team in touchdowns, receptions, and yards. Big season for him. Terrace Marshall was great as a rookie, 7 touchdowns, 700 yards. Down year for DJ Moore. Might have to put him in the slot next season and not Terrace Marshall. Christian McCaffrey, oh my God, 70 catches, 665, 2 touchdowns. So, about 2,500 yards from scrimmage. Tommy Tremble, only 50 catches, 400 yards, 3 touchdowns. Chuba Hubbard had 2 touchdowns out of the backfield. Our longest reception of the season was, 47 yards to Terrace Marshall. Offensive line was great, man. Cam Irvin was not, though. Taylor Morton was good. Christensen, that's at guard, so that's kind of bad, but he's a rookie. Who the hell is Trent Scott? But Dennis Daly wasn't bad at left guard. Matt Paradis didn't give up not 1 sack. He's coming back. Jeremy Chin, 9 interceptions, 10 TFLs, half a sack, 97 tackles. AJ Bouye had 7 picks. I can't let that go. Hassan Reddick, 14 and a half. I can't let that go, but that money, NFL's a business at the end of the day. So I might have to let him go. But AJ Bouye, I'm welcome to bring him. I know they released him in real life. I don't think he signed with a team yet. In real life, I have to double check, but I'm going to bring him back. Shaq Thompson was hurt. I mean, the secondary was okay. Stephon Gilmore had 2 picks. But Brian Burns was a beast. Derrick Brown was good. C.J. Henderson, going to be back at cornerback probably next season. I mean, we lose Bouye. No, we'll have Dante Jackson, J.T. Horn. Yeah, we can move Henderson back, a cornerback, next season if we want. Grotos Matos had a good season. Jermaine Carter had a great season. That's backup middle linebacker in the 4-3 numbers. Jeremy Chin did not get hurt. So for him to have 3.5 sacks, I'll bring Jermaine Carter back. Troy Pride even had a pick. Rashawn Melvin had 2 picks. He's definitely coming back. I think they brought him back in real life anyway. Sack for Davion Nixon. Great numbers from this defense, man. Try using Carolina Panthers' playbook, defensive playbook. Forced fumbles, we had 1 for Grotos Matos. We had 2 blocks for Grotos Matos and C.J. Henderson. We had no safeties and no defensive touchdowns kicking. We did have an extra pointer that was blocked. Other than that, he made all of them. He missed 7 field goals, though. Inside the 29 times for Lackland Edwards, and longest was 71, average 51.5. That's why they went and got Johnny Hecker at punter. And then yearly awards, MVP, Christian McCaffrey. Not even close. Not even close, bro. Well, number 7. Coach of the year goes to Matt Rule. It goes to Matt Rule. He ruled. Fuck Urban Meyer. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Christian McCaffrey. Let's go. Defense. Oh, Sam Darnold. Okay, at number 9. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Khalil Mack. Deserves it. 26 sacks. Jeremy Chin at number 3. Brian Burns at 5. Hassan Reddick at 6. If he goes out to X Factor, I might bring him back. AJ Bouye at 10. 4 defensive players for us. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Justin Fields, Terrace Marshall, and Chuba Hubbard at 5 and 6, and Tommy Tremble at 9. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Zayvon Collins. We had J.C. Horn at 7. Best QB goes to Justin Fields. We had Sam Darnold at 6. Best running back goes to Zeke. Christian McCaffrey at 2. Best receiver goes to Randall Cobb. Robbie Anderson at 8. O-line goes to Zach Martin. I was going to say Taylor Morton deserves to be up there. He's at number 10. D-line goes to Aaron Donald. Linebacker goes to Khalil Mack. We got Hassan Reddick at 3. Jeremy Chan at 7. Defensive back goes to A.J. Bouye. Probably going to go up depth trait and then get it taken away from him. Younghoe Koo is the best kicker. I feel like they should have a best punter. You got best kicker. You might as well throw in best punter award for Madden 23 and then best tight end. And is there any other position missing? DB is safety and corner. Yeah. You need tight end and punter. But let's see who we're going to be playing in the playoffs, man. Can't believe we went 13-4 in year one. Can't believe people like A.J. Bouye, Hassan Reddick had great seasons when they're not on the team anymore in real life. And now it's going to be hard to let them go. As Hassan Reddick might go up to X Factor. I might bring his ass back. We're playing the Giants. This couldn't have worked out any better. Didn't even know they made the playoffs. They beat the 49ers. Fuck. Looks like if we do beat the Giants, we're going to have to run through either Dallas or Tampa. The Vikings going to get it done. Commanders. I mean, it was a close game. Every game in the playoffs was close. 6 points, 7 points, 7 points. But the Giants, we get matched up with the Giants, we have to go to the NFC Championship game. We have to go to the NFC Championship game. This is the fucking Giants, bro. We should be going to the NFC Championship game. Now, it's who do we want to play more? Who do we want to play more? Cowboys or Bucks? We beat the Bucks once. We lost to the Cowgirls, so I'd rather play the Bucks. We see them 3 times. We'll see them 3 times. We know them. It is Brady, but hell, we can't overlook the Giants. They went 9-8. Matt Rule, we're gonna guarantee a fucking win. It's the Giants, man. It's the Giants. Beat them. Get to the NFC Championship game, year one. Let's do it. And this is the first season, so we're just gonna straight up sim it. Let's see what happens. Was this a fluke season? We're in the NFC Championship game, baby. A.J. Bouye back from injury. We guaranteed the win, and we are playing the Cowgirls. Get a revenge game. 10 staff points. NFC Championship game in year one. Playoffs have been close. Even that Cowboys-Bucks game. 14-all going into the half, and then we outscored them in the fourth quarter. Both teams were dead even in every category. Even the quarterback play. Rushing, even the same, rushing. Amir Abdullah had a touchdown, 2 touchdowns for Tommy Tremble, and look, 2 touchdowns for Evan Ingram. Like I said, every way you look at it, this game was just even. Back to those half a sacks. J.C. Horn, Brian Burns, Stephon Gilmore. Even game. That makes me scared that we're going to lose to the Cowgirls. But we are at home. But we're in the NFC Championship game. A.J. Bouye back from injury. Let's go ahead and upgrade the team as we get prepared to lose to the Cowboys here in the NFC Championship game. But what a year one, man. This is the best year one I've had so far. Don't even know how I feel if we make it to the Super Bowl or if we win it. That would be crazy. But let's see if we can. Wasn't expecting it. NFC Championship game. Got smoked. What is it? Is it Cowboys, Browns? Okay, Cowboys, Ravens, but we lost. They were the better team. 3-pick performance from Sam Darnold. He was not ready. 3 sacks from the offensive line. Christian McCaffrey got shut down. They did the same thing when we played them in the regular season. He got shut down. Shaq Thompson had a pick. Zane Gonzalez. Yeah, but NFC Championship game, I'm happy with the season. Contract gets extended. We do have a new injury. Let's just check out, see who it may be. It is C.J. Henderson. Rest that ankle up going into that season. Don't know if he's going to go to corner or free safety. Just depends if we want to move Jeremy Chin back. But I think I might keep him at middle linebacker, especially the season he had. A.J. Bouye we might bring back. C.J. Henderson could move the cornerback. So don't know what we're going to do yet. But let's go ahead and upgrade the team. Make sure there's nobody that I really want to upgrade. Look at the Pro Bowl roster. As Sam Darnold makes the Pro Bowl. Should go up to star dev. I was about to say Christian McCaffrey didn't make it. That is the worst snub of all time. But he does make it. That's 2 Pro Bowlers for us. Robbie Anderson probably should have made it. Taylor Moton, okay, 3 for us. Brian Burns makes 4. He's a starter. Hassan Reddick makes 5. A.J. Bouye makes 6. Zane Gonzalez made it. Zane Gonzalez made it. Wow. Okay. Weekly award winner goes to Shaq Thompson, 10 tackles and a pick. And I am going to look at the Pro Bowl thing. Matt Rule was the second coach runner-up to the AFC Urban Meyer. So he wants to coach elite talent, as we have 7 Pro Bowlers, I think, ourselves. So calling our players elite is a good look, Matt Rule. Looks like you might keep your job. But it is Ravens Cowboys Super Bowl. Let's take a look. See, we should have plenty of dev trait upgrades. I'm thinking Sam Darnold going up to star. Fuck this game, bro. He made the Pro Bowl, didn't make any turnovers. He doesn't go up. Robbery. Defense, we should have a lot. So, fuck, man. I'm going to have to bring him back. Don't have to make the exact same moves as real life. This is what I would do if I was GM, and I base it off of the stats. Don't know. We might have to pay Hassan Reddick. Now that he's an X Factor. But Jeremy Chin does not go up superstar dev. That's kind of another robbery. Kind of like the Sam Darnold. So we only get Hassan Reddick up to X Factor. And then on offense, we get nobody. So Hassan Reddick is the only person that went up. Brian Burns did go up in season. As this is... Where's A.J. Bouye? I feel like he could have went up dev trait. Oh, he's still a star. He was already a star. Yeah, only one. Wow, the season we had, I would say Jeremy Chin deserved to go up. Man, Jeremy Chin at least. I would say Jeremy Chin and Sam Darnold deserve to both go up, and they did not. But let's go ahead and simulate. And let's see if Hassan Reddick keeps that X Factor, because if he doesn't, Ravens win the Super Bowl, beating the Cowgirls. As Marcus Peters wins Super Bowl MVP, you got Patrick Mahomes, Urban Meyer, Patrick Mahomes, Khalil Mack, Justin Fields, and Zaven Collins all winning those awards. Looking at next week, where we look at the retirements, the mock draft 3. And the retirements, J.J. Hansen retires. That's why they have that other long snapper that they drafted. But that's all that we lose not really worried about the other teams. So we're good. We lost our long snapper. Oh, we already have his replacement. I'm looking at mock draft 3. We're going to be picking late since we go into the NFC Championship game. Let's see if the Lions are still taking both of those quarterbacks. They're actually not. Okay. But looking at us, we should be at like pick 30. And they have us taking an offensive lineman. This is the third offensive lineman projected to go to us. Now they have us taking a left guard instead of a left tackle. And I probably would prefer the left tackles. Cowboys taking a quarterback. That's so stupid. So stupid. But let's take a look at the contracts. Now, this is where it's going to get a little spicy, man. This is where it gets a little confusing. What do we do with our money? Okay, Hassan Reddick. Oh, Gilmore goes down. We're letting him go. But Hassan Reddick goes down from X Factor to Superstar, but he's asking for less money. He wanted $99 million during the season. Now he only wants 70-something mil. But he's not a scheme fit. I think I want a power rusher. Matt Paradis is getting a deal from me. I'll tell you that right now. Didn't give up a sack. He can come back. Zane Gonzalez. I'll be happy with a 3-year deal. He made the Pro Bowl. Daquan Jones. Cam Newton can come back. Rashawn Melvin. Jermaine Carter could come back too. Frankie Louvu. All these other guys we're not going to worry about just yet. I mean, Kenny Robinson. Yeah, we're gonna let Hassan Reddick test the free agent market because I just don't that cap hit, bro. Almost 16 mil. Yeah, I see why they let him walk in free agency. Could handicap the team. They got a lot of young talent. Like I said, you got to pay Brian Burns at one point. You got to pay Derek Brown at one point. You know, Jeremy Chin. So you got to pay all those other guys on defense. So it's a business move, man. It's a business move. It hurts losing a superstar edge rusher, but it's a business move. NFL is a business at the end of the day. And looking at our roster and any cuts or whatever that we could make, still Cam Irvin would get a penalty. So I can't believe I just skipped over the quarterbacks. So got Sam Darnold in his final year of his contract last season to really prove that he can be our franchise quarterback. DJ Moore kept his superstar dev. Okay, definitely gonna try to put him back in the slot. I'm surprised. I was going to say I was surprised that Terrace Marshall didn't go up, but he only had about 700 yards. Dennis Daly was okay last season. Paradis was great. Deontay Brown, Brady Christensen. So, yeah, we could use, especially on that left side, I don't know if we want to keep developing Brady Christensen. Probably not. Brian Burns was good. He's X Factor. They actually let him keep it. Gross Matos. Is he still a star? Or did they rob him? He's actually still a star. We didn't have a lot of dev traits get robbed. Got Derek Brown. He could use a partner in crime. Left outside linebacker, we have nobody. Middle linebacker, we got Jeremy Chin, who should have went up to superstar dev. He was robbed. Chat Thompson probably went down to normal. He's actually star. Okay, they're not robbing us. Now, cornerback. Got Troy Pride, who we could put on the trading block. We don't know what we're going to do here because we could move Henderson back to corner. Now, free safety, he wasn't that bad. He did the same shit he did at cornerback, so probably going to move him back to corner. Jeremy Chin, I'm thinking about keeping that middle linebacker. But for right now, let's just move Henderson back to corner. And you know what? Let's move Jeremy Chin back to free safety. No, 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 no. I thought about it. He had an outstanding season. We're going to keep him there. But positions that we could use. Now, they did bring in Xavier Woods in real life, so we could sign a safety. I'm going to keep A.J. Bouye for now because of the season that he had. Troy Pride, probably going to keep for right now. Could be on the trade block. We need a left outside linebacker, a power rusher to be a second defensive tackle, even though Igor Matos gets those snaps at rush D tackle. But he can be a rush right in next season for us. As hell, Hassan Reddick did outstanding. Igor Matos might go up. Definitely need anything on O-line. A backup tight end. Maybe bring Cam Newton back. Devontae Adams is there. But looking at backup quarterbacks, so I would not mind bringing back Cam Newton. They haven't yet in real life. We got P.J. Walker, then we still could draft a quarterback to sit behind Sam Darnold. So, could bring back Cam Newton, but we don't have to do it right away. Chuba Hubbard, surprised. I thought he was a star dev at one point. But we don't need another running back. Fullback. Did we lose our fullback? Did we lose Ricky? I think we did. We're going to have to draft a fullback. Don't need receiver as much as I would like to sign Mike Williams. We got Terrace Marshall. I want to develop him. Tight end. Could use a tight end too. They did bring back Ian Thomas, so I wouldn't mind bringing him back on a 3-year deal. Lower this a little bit. See if he'll take that. That should be fine. Offensive lineman, like I said, they did bring in Austin Corbett and Bradley Bozeman. I don't see Corbett here. I don't see him here. I don't see Bradley Bozeman. Yeah, it's always, every time it's an offensive lineman, they're never here. It's always Armstead. We do need a left tackle, though. Not going to lie. Might just have to rely on the draft when it comes to offensive lineman. Dennis Daly wasn't that bad. Paradis wasn't that bad. Brandon Scherf, we could get. We're right there. Let's go 505. We're still right there. Let's go 30 mil. So Brandon Scherf will be an upgrade on O-line. They did bring in Matt Ioannidis in real life. He's not there. So we can get Sebastian Joseph Day, who I think went to the Chargers. This would not be a bad signing. 33.5. Overpay a little bit. Sebastian Joseph Day be a great signing for us. Oh, Hassan Reddick. Yeah, we just can't afford him. Go to the Jets. Malik Reed is here. Malik Reed, Justin Houston. Probably could draft a power rusher. Let's see, middle linebacker, you got Devondre Campbell, Hightower, Chris Barnes. Yeah, right outside linebacker, you got Von Miller, who is a power rusher now. He is a power rusher. But, I mean, he went to Buffalo in real life. Corner, Stephon Gilmore is there. But can't afford him. Marcus Williams at free safety. Now, they did bring in Xavier Woods. I don't even see his ass there. Just nobody available, huh? Johnny Hecker is not here either at punter. Well, if Johnny Hecker is not there, why not get Jack Fox? Why not get Jack Fox? So we'll get Jack Fox. I'm thinking about Marcus Williams, but I kind of don't want to spend all my money. But we should sign a safety, a free safety, because we're probably going to look to draft something on the offensive line and then left outside linebacker. Something on the offensive line, left outside linebacker. I would not mind Jermaine Carter back on a 2-year deal. He played outstanding for us. Played outstanding. I would welcome him back. Cam Newton, maybe. I'm thinking, man. I'm thinking. Do we have enough money for Marcus Williams? We do. But offensive line, left outside linebacker, fullback, free safety. We steal Marcus Williams from the Saints? I got to remember, though, we got that money. We need to keep our in-house talent. So bring in Brandon Scherf, Sebastian Joseph Day, Jack Fox, bringing back Carter and Thomas. So getting 3 guys, one on offense, one on defense, one on special teams, and then bringing back Jermaine Carter and Ian Thomas. I think all that would be good. Oh, Rashawn Melvin. I forgot about my boy. Rashawn Melvin. Let's go get him back. He had 2 interceptions. Let's bring him back. And then the other person we look to bring back is probably Cam Newton. We're going to wait, though, because Sam Darnold, and then we see what we can do in the draft. Still got P.J. Walker on the roster. I think Rashawn Melvin was like 67 something. Did I pass him? That's Andre Colvin. Let's go Rashawn Melvin. Get him back on a 1-year deal. Really cheap. No, we still got Troy Pride, but he could be a trade candidate. Let's get Rashawn Melvin back. 2 picks on the season. Gets rewarded. New contract. Let's see, though, if we get these guys, Brandon Scherf, Sebastian Joseph Day, see if we can lock them in. They would upgrade this team. Fuck this game. They don't want to come to Carolina. So we miss out on Sebastian Joseph Day. We miss out on Brandon Scherf. But we do get Jack Fox and we do get Rashawn Melvin. This fucking sucks. 2 big free agents that we needed decide not to come. We still got Jermaine Carter, Ian Thomas trying to come back. That sucks. Looks like we're going to be saving our money. Is there anybody at defensive tackle? That's so fucking annoying. Brandon Scherf would have been great. I gotta address this offensive line somehow. Fuck, man. We're just gonna go to the draft. That pissed me off. That really blowed me, bro. Fuck both of y'all. Looking at mock draft 4. Then we don't have a 2nd round pick. I just realized that. Lions not going quarterback. They're going receiver. But they have us projected to take, the 6'7" guy. And we just have to figure out who's the better offensive lineman in this draft. Is it David Webb, the 6'8" guy? Is it him? Awareness. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Sign me up. Love to have him. Yeah, I was taking Whitfield. Let's look at Zach Darby. B run blocking. A injury. He could be in play. There's a lot of left tackles. B impact, B run blocking, A run block finesse. He doesn't look that bad. So we got Jonathan Ferguson. F run block, not good. And we'll look at Isaiah Hooks as the last guy. C awareness. I saw an F there. Let's look at left guard. Tavares Johnson. I almost said Tavares Jackson. Rest in peace to Tavares Jackson, by the way. B awareness, A run block power. Put him on the list. Center. There's always good centers. We could probably get one in the third round. A pass blocking. Hell yeah. Might have to get him. Oh, I skipped over fullback entirely. Need one. C catching. A injury. Okay, he can catch. Let's look at Andrew Rogers. He can't catch, but he has A spin move. Let's look at D'Angelo Trent. He can't catch either, but he's the fastest fullback in the class. JT Sheffield, A run blocking. Might have to take him just because of the run blocking. And then Ronald Davis, B pass blocking. Yeah, might have to go with Sheffield with the A run blocking. Don't need any receivers. We already did the offensive lineman. Look at Brian Mobley. Ooh. Might have to take him. Might have to take his ass. Looking at defense, we need defensive tackle now. Now when I think about it. Davion Nixon might get some playing time next season. This guy has B awareness, A play reg, but his power moves and pursuit are trash. But we might have to take a chance on him. A power move, C block shedding, C awareness, Javon McKnight might be a pick. B finesse. This draft class is deep. Alexander Wendell. Definitely worth of a second round pick. Left outside linebacker. We need somebody that's like power rusher? A power moves. Hell yeah. Kyle Wooden might be the pick. Carlisle. Let's look at the second and third round. Got A pursuit. C power moves, A pursuit, Ty Colbert. Yeah, so we can get him. We don't have a second round pick. I got to remember that. Don't need corners. We could use safety. Let's go to the draft. I think with our first round pick, we don't have a second round pick. Looks like we can get an offensive lineman later as we get Thomas and Carter back. Defensive tackle, left outside linebacker. Who is this? Brian Burns? Okay. Yeah, we're picking it up. Offensive line we could probably get later in the third. And we have a late first round pick. I'm trying to think. What's more important? Defensive tackle, not really. Left outside linebacker, we don't have one on the roster. So that's probably important. We get offensive line. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. We'll probably go left outside linebacker. And then O-line. And then try to get a safety or defensive tackle. I need to find a way we can trade. We might need to trade down and acquire more picks. That might be the move. Trade down and acquire more picks. We need a pick in the second round. Mock Draft 5 is out. This is a deep draft class, too. And they have us projected to take a 6'6" guy, Luke Bowden. Okay. As I just completely ignored when we got kicked out because, it always happens. Free agency recap. I want to see where Brandon Scherf, where did he end up? as we got all the other guys we wanted. We got 3 guys back in Jack Fox, 3 guys back and a punter, as we missed out on Brandon Scherf and Sebastian Joseph Day. But Devontae's going to Miami. Stephon Gilmore goes to the Commanders, who was a top team in the NFC. Thought about Von Miller. Brandon Scherf goes to the Chargers, okay? And I want to see where Sebastian Joseph Day goes to the Lions. So have fun there. Hassan Reddick goes to the Jets. Go to the draft. Start the draft. We're just going to see who the top, 5 guys are. Lions go QB. Oh, they go receiver. Okay. Broncos go QB. Eagles go receiver. A lot of receivers going. And then they go left end, back to back. Then they go safety. Let's go to our pick.
And the Panthers on the clock now.
Don't know what we're going to do here, as we have some offensive linemen available. Zach Darby and Whitfield and Bowden still available. That center should be available later on out of Alabama. That defensive tackle, but you got the other guys that are going to be available later. You got Ty Colbert. It's probably going to be the pick here. Free safety. Yeah, Ty Colbert might be the pick. A pursuit. He's 23 years old. A awareness. Ty Colbert. Might have to take him over the offensive lineman. Just might have to. I mean, Zach Darby, 6'8". I love the size and everything. But teams are passing on him for a reason. He has D pass block finesse. He's not that good. Whitfield, 6'7". F injury. D stamina. That's why they're passing on him. And Luke Bowden is just a run blocker. But we're going to go with the left outside linebacker. We don't have one on the roster. Hopefully he's a power rusher and fits the scheme. And that will be our Hassan Reddick replacement. We get hopefully just as good as a player and for cheaper. Ty Colbert, first round pick. And he is fucking normal dev. Not going to be mad about it. Should be a high overall. If he has a good season, could go up to star dev. And let's go to our 3rd round pick, as we're going to go offensive lineman. Hopefully that center is there. Now I'm realizing I'm picking late in the 3rd round, so it's almost like an early 4th round pick. He could be gone. Could be gone. All the tackles are gone. The center is gone. So I gambled, and it fucked us. It fucked us over big time. Fucked us over big time. Got a normal dev edge rusher. And now we don't have the offensive lineman. So we probably should have went with offensive lineman first. Let's look at this guy, Terrell McAllister. Probably it's going to look to move him. Talent 3 to 4. Let's look at George Neighbors. Be catching. He's a slot guy. Gotta look on the O line. We gotta look on the O line. Not liking the way this draft is going for us. Not gonna get an offensive lineman, probably. Let's take them.
All right, on the clock.
We're running out of time. This is gonna suck ass, man. We missed out on free agency. Now we're gonna have a weak draft. I mean, do we just take this receiver here? Is he even good? C release 6'4", 224. We don't need him. Don't need him. Think we need to double dip on the O line. Let's look at this Howard guy. C pass blocking. Let's just take them.
The Texans are now on the clock.
Had to double dip on O-line. Need safety. Man, we're not going to be as good as we were last
All right,
season. We
it's the
lost
Panthers
two
now on
superstar
the
players
clock.
in Gilmore and Hassan Reddick, missed out on free agents and Sheriff and Sebastian Joseph Day, and now we're having a weak-ass draft class. C man, C awareness, just C pursuit. I mean, Cherry might be a good pick. Let's look at Christian Blaze real quick. C man, 6'4", 197. B player, A. Oh, hell yeah, let's take him.
Okay, it's the
Normal dev, but
Cowboys
I think
now
he
on the
should be a
clock.
good player. What a fifth-round pick. We do need a fullback, too, on the roster.
The Panthers
So we're going
now
to
on the
go ahead and
clock.
take that fullback. Who was it? Was it JT Sheffield with the A run blocking?
The Cowboys on the clock now. What direction will they
That'll
go?
help out Christian McCaffrey a little bit more. And then, you know what? With this last pick, I'm going to surprise
And the
everybody with this
Panthers on the
pick.
clock now. Let's see what direction they go.
We are going to look at QB. We're going to look at quarterback. Let's look at Ben Parker. No relations to Peter Parker. Not the uncle Ben Parker of Spider-Man. Let's look at Corbin Matthews. F's. D thoracic deep. Come on, there's got to be some quarterback. There's got to be some hidden, not hidden dev, but like hidden talent quarterback somewhere down here, man. Somewhere. All of you can't suck ass. Looks like y'all all do. Kiss ass. All of y'all are a part of the Kiss My Ass Club. Oh, look at this guy, Barry Taggart. B play action. C throwing the pressure. Let's take him. Looks
On the
like the
clock
only one
now,
that
it's
has
the
some type
Patriots.
of, skills. But not excited about how this offseason went. Lost some players, didn't gain anything besides a punter, and our draft class was just weak. Just weak. Second best player was a fullback. That should tell you how we did. Oh, man. Not good. But, I mean, decent player. He's a fucking run stopper, bro. But he can do a little bit of power rusher. We're going to try to fit him into the scheme. But, yeah, we whiffed on this draft. Completely missed. We just completely missed. Hell. I'll look at, man, I think that was that damn center we were going to take out of Alabama. He was hidden. Just went early in the middle of the third round, and I don't want to look at the rest of the draft. We just, terrible offseason. We overachieved last season, so this is not, we lost some players, so this is shaping up to be probably a terrible year two. But that'll wrap it up for part one. NFC Championship game, too, in part one, year one. NFC Championship game appearance, but not so good of an offseason. But we'll see how it goes. That'll wrap it up for part one. Until the next episode.